We are live at Alumni Field here in the campus of Jesuit High School for tonight's non-district game between the Jesuit Tigers and the visiting University Titans. Good evening, everyone. I am John Pedrero from the class of 1981. Welcome to Jesuit Tiger football. Well, Jesuit coming off of a bye week, a 4-1 record. They're ranked number 4 in the state. In Class 4A, number 21 overall in Florida. We last saw them 2 weeks ago, a big 31-0 win over a pretty good Cardinal Newman team. Will Griffin, 14 out of 21, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns. Big game for Hezekiah Davis, had that 97-yard touchdown run, 10 rushes, 141 yards, and a score. Caleb Smith caught 5 for 82 and a touchdown. Mikey Vernon caught 4 for 96. Big defensive games for Rashawn Fitz, 9 solo tackles. Trip Keller had 8 solo. Keller 3 tackles for loss. King Powell, Cam Housey both with interceptions. And in that game, Will Griffin became the all-time leading passer in Tampa Bay football history. 10,677 total yards, or passing yards, I should say. And he passed Quentin Williams of Jefferson. Boy, Jefferson and Jesuit had some battles back in the day then, back when the late Mike Fenton was the head coach over at Jefferson. Well, the captains are at midfield, so we'll acknowledge them right now. Number 1, Caden Henderson. He's still out. Was talking to him before the game. He hopes to be back next week. Some other injuries we're going to talk about, too, here briefly. Luke Battaglia is the captain tonight. The senior linebacker, number 77, Anthony Remetta, the senior lineman. Trip Keller, the defensive back linebacker, number 3. For University, I see number 6. Colin Lomhard, number 4. Defino De Vega, number 8. Is Alex Magnum Rojas. And then I think the last one was 13. That's the quarterback, Christian Matthew. So University with a record of 1-4. They beat the Tigers last year in Orange City, where they are from, outside of Orlando. Game that I think the Jesuit won once back. The Tigers think they think they had that one or should have won that one, but didn't work out at the end. Missed a field goal that would have tied it. I think it was 38-35, high-scoring game. But 1-4 this year for University. They're in Class 7A District 2 with Flagler, DeLand, and Spruce Creek. So the coin toss was made. So Jesuit won it. They're going to receive. The Titans have lost 4 in a row. They had a season-opening win. I think that was over Sebastian River. Didn't write that down. But they have lost 4 in a row, including a district game in their last game, 38-7 at Flagler. They've been a bit offensively challenged this year, only averaging 14 points per game. The quarterback, Christian Matthews, thrown for 725 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he's also the leading rusher at 277 yards, averaging 5.7 per carry. So here come the Titans in their white tops and bottoms with orange trim, orange helmets. Lead, and here comes Jesuit, royal blue tops and the white pants tonight. Tigers have some injuries, though. We mentioned Caden Henderson. King Powell is also out tonight. Talked to him before the game. I actually saw him and Henderson before the game, and he said he's just had some nagging injuries, and they decided to hold him out tonight. Eric Smith is still out, or will be out. So we'll see who steps up tonight. Tigers definitely going to have to make some defensive adjustments. I'm sure Daryl Palmer and Matt Thompson have that all figured out. So Father Gibbons is here, and he's going to give the invocation, and then we're going to have the national anthem. All right, fine rendition as always of the national anthem by the Jesuit Pet Band. First of 5 consecutive weeks of football here. There'll be more going to the playoffs. So go out on a limb and say Jesuit's going to be in the playoffs. But we got 5 weeks in a row here, 4 of them home games. It's the only road game in a couple of weeks at Brandon. But we've got Middleton at home, Brandon away, Hillsborough at home, that's homecoming, and then TC here. So Caleb Smith, Mikey Vernon are back deep. Kicking off, number 23 for University. That's Britton Cam, a sophomore kicker. So both Vernon and Smith, dangerous returners. Mikey's taken one to the house this year. Averaging nearly 20, actually 27.9 yards return on kickoffs. Yeah. And let's see, short kick fielded by Davis. So it looks like they wanted to avoid the speedy returners, but it's good field position for Jesuit at their own 38. So Vernon and Smith to the right. May see more Brady Fogarty tonight with Eric Smith out. Fogarty's in the game right now as well. And they give it to Hezekiah behind the right side of the line. Gets 9 yards. So we have 94. We don't have in our roster. We think that's Hudson Lancaster. Second and a yard. 2 wideouts to each side. Davis next to Will Griffin. Will, short drop. Goes downfield. Caught. Breaking away is Caleb Smith. He stepped out of bounds at the 32-yard line. All sorts of time for Will Griffin. And a mismatch at corner there. Will just threw it high, and Smith went up for it. So big gain for Griffin. Will again. Pass caught. Little inside slant. Breaking away Hill. 20, 10, 5. Score! David Hill, 1 minute in. Hill just ran a quick little inside slant. Only took a couple of steps up, got some good blocks on the edge, and Tigers made it look easy there. 1 minute in. And here's Wallner with Beavers holding. Nocco the center. And flags. I think it's a dead ball. They're going to have to kick this again. Nope. Well, what's Jesuit going to do here? There is all sorts of confusion here. That was a dead ball foul, so they have to re-kick it. The play never happened. You had Tiger special teams. We had the special teams kickoff group and the special teams blocking group, place kicking group in. So Wallner will try again here. Nocco on the money as always. Wallner drills it. 7-0 Jesuit quickly. So the Tigers special teamers are out. Carlo Thompson out there. Hezekiah Davis. Rashawn Fitz. Let's see, Judson Thomas, number 40, out on special teams. Caleb Smith. Colton Haywood. Trip Keller. Now I see a 32, which is normally Eric Smith. And I don't think that's Eric Smith, though. Yeah, maybe it is Eric Smith. Okay, so Smith is in. I take that back. 32, so Smith's in. Didn't think he would be, but he is indeed. And it's going to be offside on Jesuit. So let's see what the Titans decide to do. And they're going to make Jesuit re-kick it from the 35. So this is Ben Beavers handling the kickoff duties. Jason McNeil's in there as well. So good to see 32 in there, Eric Smith. Guess that bye week helped him out. And Beavers, 5 yards back, blasts it. So here is University. Now let's see what the Tigers do on defense. That's the question. So Keller's at a safety with Lee. Colton Haywood's in there. Smith is starting. And it's a quick pass, broken up nicely by Jason McNeil. And we have an early injury. They were trying an inside slant on that play. And tight coverage by McNeil, who's having a solid year. Can't see the number of the player. So Keller has slid down to linebacker as of late, but he's back at safety. It's number 2, which is Cassidy Maldonado. Is one of the receivers. He's a junior, so he's up. He's okay. But 2nd and 10. Jack Cathy's in 45. So Cathy, Adrian Morrow, and Macho Mendez, who's quietly having a good year, are your 3 linemen. Battaglia, now a down lineman. Man in motion, Matthew. It's a handoff. Oh, and that's going nowhere. Nowhere fast. And that was Colton Haywood leading the charge there, and that's a loss of a yard. Tigers snuffed that out quickly. Early first, 7-0 Jesuit. It's 3rd and 11 for University. That trips right. Christian Matthew in the shotgun. Back to pass, getting pressure, throws a screen, and got back to the line of scrimmage. And that was Macho Mendez, 33, on that tackle. Got a yard on the play. And the Jesuits should have good field position on their second possession. Caleb Smith standing near midfield. Tigers sending the house here up, and it is going to be roughing the kicker. I think that's going to be 15. That looked a little bit more than a 5-yarder. Yep, personal foul, roughing the kicker. So Jesuit on the all-out blitz that time. And the University offense comes out in the field. So they will have the ball at the 35-yard line. Yeah, that was a little bit more than just running into the kicker. I think Jesuit feels maybe they can take a couple of risks here on special teams. And it is kind of a misdirection type play. Adrian Morrow on the tackle. So a 5-yard run. That's the kind of play that can be a little bit tricky. Tiger defense just has to be disciplined on those. That's a good job, Morrow. So 2nd and 5, Matthew shotgun. Gives it to the up back, and he maybe got a yard. Give it to the lone back in the backfield. Haywood on the tackle. So it's going to be a 3rd and 4 for the Titans. Maldonado, who went out earlier with the injury, is back in. So that's 18 in the backfield. Marcus Gutierrez in a fullback position. And they give it to the back who's going to be short. They give it to Noah Darby, number 5, who picked up 2 yards. It's going to be 4th and 3. Darby has rushed for 159 yards this year. He's the 2nd leading rusher. So Titans keep the offense out there. Let's see if they try to hard count here. And again, they're 1 and 4. They don't have a lot to lose. This is a non-district game. Press coverage by Cam Housey. He steps back a little bit. Matthew trying the hard count. Looking to the sideline. They may wind up calling timeout here. They do. Timeout University. 6:33 left in. 6:32 left in the first. And they did try the hard count, and Jesuit did not bite. Thanks to all who have tuned in tonight. Appreciate it. So Smith back. Tigers with 7 men on the line of scrimmage. And there's the kick, kind of a wobbler. And it hits. And takes a Jesuit bounce. So the Tiger offense back on the field. They'll have 1st and 10. Looks like they're putting it at the 37-yard line. So Carlo Thompson goes right to the short side. Kind of a tight formation here for the Tigers. Fogarty's in. And they go with a sweep play to Hezekiah. Blockers in front of him. Nice run near a first. Following big Robert Bogle, who pulled, and he got the first. 10 yards for Hezekiah. Stack formation to either side. Empty set for Will Griffin. Good protection. Lobs it downfield just over Hezekiah Davis, who had beat his man. I'm sure the Tigers will remember that one. It even looked like Will took a little bit off of that pass, too. But maybe about 3 yards in front of Hezekiah, who had gone to a slot position, just went right up the seam. Fogarty tight end, or slot right, I should say. Vernon Smith to the right, Hill to the left. Hezekiah again dives ahead to midfield. So Jesuit's going to face a 3rd and 7. Tigers trying to get some tempo here, going no huddle. Carlo Thompson back in. 3rd and 7 at midfield. Griffin rolls right, getting pressure. Oh, had it right on the numbers, and it was dropped. Intended for Vernon. Good pass, Will. I think Will Griffin wants to go for it, but Tigers opt to punt here. This is Waldner back to kick. Flags. Oh, this is interesting. So now instead of 4th and 3, they're going to have 4th and 2 on an encroachment penalty on the defense, and here comes the offense. Why not? Boy, that changed things real quick. So 4th down and a long 2. See if Will takes it himself here. First down and more. Power running by Hezekiah Davis. Gain of 13, power run. And it's water break time. 4:58 left in the first. 7-0 Jesuit. They're driving at the University 34. So total-wise for the season, after 5 games, Will Griffin 65 out of 115, 56.5%. A little lower than he's been in the past, but he'll get that up. 9 touchdowns, 2 picks, a nice 101.1 rating. Hezekiah Davis has rushed 547 yards, 9.6 per carry, 6 touchdowns. Vernon, 24 catches, 394 yards, 2 scores. Caleb Smith, 20 catches, 308 yards, 2 scores. Fitz, 33 solo tackles. Defensively, Housy's got 2 picks. So 1st and 10. Trips left. Now it's an empty set. Griffin looking downfield. Smith is open. Smith score. Easy pitch catch. Perfection. 34 yards. Will Griffin to Caleb Smith in stride. Boy, talk about perfect. Smith beat his man. And that was that's about as nice of a pass as you're ever going to see right there by Will Griffin. Now it's Ben Beaver's turn for the extra point with Wallner holding. Snap. Beavers boots it through. 4:23 left in the first. 14-0 Jesuit. So Beavers to kick it off. A couple of big, tall returners for University. Hard to see the numbers from this angle. Beavers get the kickoff. And that one sails way out of the end zone. So University tries again. They have not got a first down as of yet. Quick handoff. And maybe a yard in the play. Adrian Morrow was in on that tackle. Called his name a couple of times tonight, the big junior. It's a gain of 2. Maybe 2.5, second down. Under 4 minutes left in the first. Matthew in the shotgun. Looking to the sideline. Matthew, quick handoff. And that was Colton Haywood actually tripped up the runner. Had Haywood not got a hand on that back, could have been a pretty good gain. So 3rd and 5. That was DJ Irvin on that carry. Matthew back to pass. Getting chased. Lobs it downfield. Picked off. And a hard hit at the end. Luke Battaglia dropping back in coverage. So Matthew getting some pressure there. I think that was Mendez chasing him. And Jesuit, good field position at the University 34. I think the Tigers remember that game from last year. Hezekiah Davis next to Will Griffin. Bunch formation short right. Pitch to Hezekiah, had to reach out for it. Got blockers in front of him, cuts up the middle. Still going, breaks away, keeps his balance, score! 34-yard run. Well, that play started out with Hezekiah having to control the pitch from Griffin, which may have led him a little bit much, but he reached out, got it. Tigers had flooded the right side with 3 receivers, so they had blocking on the edge. Again, that's the Bogle side of the line. And got tripped up a little bit, kept his balance, and it's 21-0, and we're still in the first. How about that? I have a feeling some major colleges are noticing Hezekiah Davis. And it's early on, but Aiden Alexander's already warming up. So we may see him. The freshman backup. 2:25 left in the first, 21-0 Jesuit. Beavers to kick it off. Beavers blasts it through again. Big junior kicker. Beavers and Walton are both juniors. So University tries again. Matthew keeps it himself, rolls right. Quick pass dropped. Was looking for the tight end, Marcus Gutierrez. Pass was a little bit low. Second and 10. Matthew, shotgun, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and that is not going far at all. That's a loss. Looked like Nolan Dooley, 36 on that one. So 3rd and 10. And nothing working for University so far, at least. Matthew back to pass. Matthew looking downfield, lobs it up. And is there a flag? I think they're going to get Jesuit for pass interference here. Yep. Tight coverage that time. That was McNeil on the coverage. So that's going to be first down. Actually, I said that earlier that University did not have any first downs. They have 2 now, both by means of a penalty. The roughing the kicker penalty earlier, and now the pass interference. So first and 10, their own 35. 1:28 left in the first. 21-0 Jesuit. Battaglia out in coverage. Versatile player. Quarterback keeper, call keeper. And that is a nice tackle by Haywood. Junior, Colton Haywood. No gain. Read that nicely. So defensively, they have Cathy in at one end. And he's just a sophomore, but he's an impressive player, solid player. Mendez and Morrow. Now Battaglia, who was at a corner earlier, now lining up at a defensive end position. He's all over the place. Matthew with a little flare pass. And closing quickly that time, Antre Lee. So it's 3rd and 6. Morrow comes out. University may just let this run out. It's 15 seconds left in the first. And looks like that is what they are going to do. So we have played one quarter here at Alumni Field. It is Jesuit 21, Orange City University 0. We'll be back in a moment. So 3rd and 6. Right in front of us here. Man in motion. Matthew rolls left. Looks downfield, intercepted. Cam Housey. 50-40 to the 37-yard line. So Jesuits lockdown corner locked that down. His 3rd pick of the year. Tigers in business again. They'll be at the 37-yard line of University. So at halftime today, I think they're going to be showing this on the live stream as well. It's going to be a special presentation in honor of the late Jesuit swim coach Bill Schaefer. Passed away unexpectedly this past December. A lot of people are here as he was coach at Jesuit, coach at Academy, the Holy Name. So a lot of people here to honor his memory. Jesuit legend, a longtime coach here at Jesuit. Griffin, shotgun. And they give it to Carlo Thompson, who has a nice run. A little bit of a delay look there. Kind of a read option look. And Carlo gets good yardage. He picks up 6. Tigers really seem to have found something on the right side of the line. So they're going to the Norton Bogle side of the line. They've done that a few times tonight. Vernon, Hill to the left. Fogarty in the slot. Love to see Fogarty get involved here. Former quarterback. Will Griffin directing traffic. Griffin To Carlo. Nice hole, Carlo. He's speedy. He's shifty. He gets a first. Inside the 20. Thompson next to Griffin. Vernon in motion. Carlo again. And he maybe gets a yard that time. Tackle by number 20 for University. That's Aaron Williams, who's a freshman. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Will Telegdi, number 6, comes in the game. Bunch formation right. Griffin. Pass is caught. And speeding around, and a score by Mikey Vernon. So Mikey just found the open space in the zone. Good blocking for Griffin. He had a chance to go through all of his progressions. And Mikey was just sitting out there in the flat. Will hit him. And Vernon just wheeled around the defenders, and they got just inside the pylon. And Beavers trying to make it a 4-touchdown score. Kick is up. Kick is good. 9:35 left in the second, 28-0 Jesuit. And Jesuit making every effort to try to make this an early night for everyone. So Beavers done a good job with his kickoffs tonight. This time he does a little pooch kick, fielded at the 28. So University tries again. Matthew goes under center this time. He's got split backs. And he keeps it himself. Does not get very far. It was Fitz on that tackle. Under center again. And whatever they're trying is not working. Colton Haywood in on that tackle. They're just trying some kind of misdirection runs here to try to get the quarterback, who also is the leading rusher, open. But, Jesuit just playing very disciplined on defense. They're reading the ball, not biting on the fakes. And it's 3rd and 8. And now Matthew is in the shotgun. He's got trips right. Clock running, 8:19 left in the second, 28-0 Jesuit. Matthew, straight back, looking downfield. It's tipped and caught for a first. Caught by Cassidy Maldonado. That was tipped. And by far the biggest offensive play of the game for University so far. First and 10 Titans at their own 45. McNeil in press coverage here. Now he backs off. They faked, tipped, and the quarterback got it back, and he winds up with a nice run. Pass was tipped, and the quarterback, Matthew, caught it and got a first. So an alert play by Christian Matthew. To welcome any viewers from University watching the live stream tonight. So if you're here, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Shotgun formation, trips right. Inside handoff. And the runner is pulled back. That was Eric Smith on that tackle. So 2nd and 9. Matthew keeps it himself, rolls right. Oh, he got hit. It's a fumble. It's a scoop. It's a live ball. And it's Macho all the way. Touchdown Tigers. Macho Mendez. Big hit by Fitz. And Macho with the scoop score. How about that? And the kick is good, and it's 35-0. So if University doesn't do anything the rest of this period, it's going to be a fast second half. Boy, Rayshon Fitz laid the lumber right there. Wow. On Matthew. And I think we said earlier, Macho Mendez is having a quietly solid year at his defensive end position. I mean, coming into this game, Macho is 17 solo tackles, 13 assists, 3 tackles for loss, 10 quarterback hurries, and that leads the team. So he's getting pressure. It's been very reliable for the Tigers. Beavers. This one's going to be returned from the 2-yard line with a head of steam. Oh, and Fitz with the big hit. And Davis is going to finish him off. That was Fitz again. Keller coming out. He got dinged up a little bit on that play. We'll see how he is. And it's the second quarter water break. So let's see who we have go in here defensively. May have some subs. So Colt Olson coming in, 24 at safety. I think they just want to take a look at Keller. So Olson's at a safety position. Big, tall junior. 40 is in, that's Judson Thomas at linebacker. Fitz comes out. And, yeah, there was some confusion. Jesuit had 12 men out there, so that's a 5-yard penalty for illegal substitution. So the Tigers with some subs in there. And a tackle behind the line. That was Jack Cathy, 45, on that tackle. Actually lost a yard on that play. So 52 is in. That's Jake Winter. He's been hurt, but Winter is a freshman. He's at one defensive end. He's been dinged up a little bit. Nice to see him back. 2nd and 6. Quarterback keeper. And Matthews going to be shy of the first. And Eric Smith in on that tackle. So it's going to be 3rd and a couple of yards here. 4:35 left in the second. 35-0 Jesuit. So 3rd and 2. Low snap, and they gave it to the running back who may be short. That was number 5, Noah Darby. And he is short of the first by a yard. Nolan Dooley in on that tackle. 4th and a yard. And, boy, University's in their own territory. They're keeping the offense out. They do have 2 timeouts left. And looks like they're going to try the University tush push. Ooh, I don't know if he got it. I do not know if he got it. That is going to be really close. Depends on the spot. Jesuits pointing their way, University pointing their way. They gave him the first. Not by much, but they gave him the first. Oh, and the running back breaking through the pile there and getting 9 yards. 24, DJ Irvin. Under center's Matthew. Lobs it out, incomplete. Pass was intended for Cassidy Maldonado. McNeil on the coverage. And it's 3rd and a yard. Third and a yard. Approaching the two. Now the clock stopped. 2:14. 2:14 left in the second. University lining up in that tight formation again. And the quarterback with a keeper. Downfield, incomplete. Intended for Raymond Hunter, who did an impressive kip up from his back. And it's 4th and a yard. Jesuit needs to be wary of the fake here. And they are. They're dropping some guys off. Tigers suspect something. Nope. Line drive kick. And that's Carlo. And he's to the 44-yard line. So Jesuit has 3 timeouts left. 1:59 left in the second. And good field position. And my guess is they want to put more points on the board. So Telegdi goes wide left with Hill and Vernon. Boy, if they can hit Mikey Vernon on a post pattern here. Right in between the safeties. No, Mikey in motion. Griffin, good protection. Swings it out to Mikey Vernon. Mikey, first down yardage. He got 11, first down, goes out of bounds, stops the clock. Again, another time where Will Griffin had time to go through his progressions. Mikey Vernon was kind of his outlet there if nothing was downfield, and he was wide open, got 11 yards. Clock is running a minute and a half. Griffin directing traffic here. And it's a quick pass to Vernon, and Mikey goes out of bounds. He got another first. Davis comes in. Vernon and Smith go to the right. Hills to the left. Back to either side of Will Griffin. Will rolls right, rolls right, rolls right. Pass caught by Caleb Smith. And they're going to keep the clock running. Telegdi comes back. There's another first down for Jesuit. 3 timeouts left. Will Griffin saying, why in the world is the clock running? University calls timeout. I think Matt Thompson's wondering why the clock was running there too. And I think they're having a little conversation with the ref about that. But it's 48.1 seconds left in the second quarter. And barring something entirely unforeseen, it's going to be running time in the second half. Matt Thompson, Jesuit head coach, in his 13th season at Jesuit, record of 129-35. Never had a losing season. Griffin, no one behind him. Griffin. Pass is caught. Score. Caleb Smith. A rope by Will Griffin. And he had a couple of Titans bearing down on him too. But he let loose with a fastball on that one. Wallner. Kicks good. 42-0 Jesuit. So Wallner to handle the kickoff duties here. Here's Noah. And he kicks a little knuckleball up there. I almost think really that they're doing that as a means of practice on those kicks. In a live situation. So I see Nolan Dooley in there. Olsen still in there. We're looking for Trip Keller. Low snap. Matthew downfield. Oh, almost picked off. And Judson Thomas in 40. See who else we see here. Thomas Folks is in, number 17, the big sophomore lineman. See 65, Robbie Taylor, junior lineman, he's in. Winters in. 28.6 left in the second. So a few subs in. Low snap. Quarterback steps up, looking deep downfield. Has an open receiver, flag. So they're going to get Olsen, who was in for Keller for pass interference. So we have not seen Trip Keller. I see him on the sideline. But in a game like this, I just don't think Matt Thompson wants to risk anyone getting hurt any more than what he's got now. 1st and 10. They're in Jesuit territory under 19 seconds. And boy, had Cam Housey got a quicker jump on that, he was off to the races. Wow. 2nd and 10. Again, at halftime, there's going to be a presentation at midfield with honoring the late Jesuit swim coach, longtime swim coach, and Academy of the Holy Name swim coach Bill Schaefer. Many of his former athletes from here in Academy are in the house tonight. .2 seconds left, and it's taking a long time to end this second. And that's a sack. Eric Smith from the blind side, and that's going to do it. So it's going to be running time in the second half. Boy, that was a fitting end to the first half. The big rush by Smith. And they're calling the players back out on the field. Someone called timeout. University called timeout. My goodness. So not so fast. Tigers are running to the locker room, but University wants to give it one more shot. There are 4 seconds left in the second. And University milking this as much as they can. Boy, this would be appropriate if there's a pick six here. My goodness. After that timeout. Trip Keller's back in. I'd like to see that. 3's back. So he's okay. Matthew. Pass is... Oh, there's your pick. McNeil still on his feet. McNeil cuts across. There he goes. 30, 20, 10, 5. Score! McNeil! How about that? Well, that may have been my best call of all time right there. How about that? Flags all over the place. So there's going to be... So now Jesuit has to run back. It's going to be unsportsmanlike on Jesuit. McNeil with the pick six. So they're probably going to enforce this on the kickoff in the third quarter for what it's worth. Well, we said that would be appropriate, and it sure as heck was. How about that? And Ben Beavers. Snap, kick, good. 49-0. So we'll have the halftime festivities here. I don't know if festivities is the right word. Halftime honoring of late great swim coach Bill Schaefer, family, former students, former athletes of his are all here. So I'm sure that'll be on, and we'll be back in a little while, maybe 17, 18 minutes or so. And wow, what a first half. 49-0 Jesuit. Thanks for tuning in. Stick around. We'll be back shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? Tonight, Jesuit High School and the Academy of the Holy Names come together to honor one of the most beloved coaches in Tampa Bay history, Coach Bill Schaefer. Coach Schaefer began at Jesuit in 1996, and for nearly 3 decades, he dedicated his life to coaching, mentoring, and forming young athletes in the pool and beyond. In 2007, he also took the reins at the Academy of the Holy Names, and together, these programs flourished under his leadership. Across 29 years at Jesuit and 17 at Academy, Coach Schaefer became the most successful swimming coach in Tampa Bay history, leading his teams to 6 state championships, 3 at Jesuit in 2017, 2018, and 2020, and 3 at Academy of the Holy Names in 2022, 2023, and 2024. But more than the victories, Coach Schaefer's true legacy is in the lives he impacted. He taught his swimmers to push each other, to swim for one another, and to live out the belief that swimming is family. Generations of athletes carry his lessons of perseverance, teamwork, brotherhood, and sisterhood into every part of their lives. We are honored tonight to welcome Coach Schaefer's wife, Liz, and his sons, Robbie and Nick, who join us at midfield. Eldest son, Tommy, a West Point graduate, is serving our country overseas and could not be here tonight. Thank you, Tommy Schaefer, for your service. Meeting the family at midfield are Jesuit's president, Father Vincent Jacobazzi, principal Mike Chicatano, and representing the Academy of the Holy Names, athletic director Kevin Vargas. Now, please join me in showing our love and appreciation to the Schaefer family. And now, in celebration of his 6 state championships, we welcome back some of the athletes who carried Coach Schaefer's teams to the top to present the 6 state championship trophies won under his leadership. From Jesuit's 2017 state champions, the first Hillsborough County school to win a state title in nearly 70 years, Chris Jennings. From Jesuit's 2018 state champions, Alex Caceres. From Jesuit's 2020 state champions, Jeffrey Treloff. From Academy of the Holy Names 2022 state champions, Julia Cooper. From Academy of the Holy Names 2023 state champions, Lila Biller. And from Academy of the Holy Names 2024 state champions, Sonja Petrov. Coach Bill Schaefer was a giant in Florida swimming and a leader admired by his peers and a mentor loved by his athletes. His impact will never be forgotten, and his legacy will live on at Jesuit and Academy Swimming forever. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in one final round of applause as we celebrate the life, the family, and the extraordinary legacy of Coach Bill Schaefer.
All right, John Pedrero back here at Alumni Field. Boy, what a first half. What an ending. It's 49-0 Jesuit. And Jason McNeil taking it to the house on the last play of the first half. Boy, was that exciting or what? Actually, at halftime, chatted a bit with his grandparents and his parents, and they were thrilled. Got people listening in out of the area, too, on that, so thank you. Appreciate it. But, yeah, that was exciting. Now, the question is, who do the Tigers play in the second half? Aiden Alexander was warming up. So, we shall see what Matt Thompson and Don Misick opt to do. You know, I would think that main thing is let's keep guys healthy. Let's keep your starters healthy and get your backups an opportunity here, because this is going to go quick. The clock will stop for the water break. It will stop for timeouts. It'll stop for injuries. And that's it. So we'll be going home early tonight. Father Hermes tuning in. Thank you, Father. Appreciate it. We miss you. But thanks for listening to us. We appreciate it. Father, always a big supporter of Jesuit football. Listen to our games home and away. He's listening now. I think it's in St. Louis, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you very much. So, because of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which Jesuit will take, I think, after that pick six. They're kicking off from the 25-yard line. So Trip Keller's in. That's good. So whatever little, looked like maybe a dinged his knee or ankle or something, but obviously minor because he's back in. So, this is Noah Wallner. And he will kick deep, or as deep as he can. It's going to be returned at about the 15-yard line. And the initial contact was made by Colton Haywood, number 44. Returned, that was number 24, Irvin. So let's see who the Tigers have in here. So Housey, I see he's still in. Judson Thomas in, number 40, I see him. Well, 42's either Lucas Uzinski or Quentin Gleason. So 42 is in. I think that's Lucas Uzinski, actually. And there is a run, quarterback keeper, and a tackle behind the line nicely by number 97. That's Riley McMullen. It's a good play, McMullen. So Bruin Greep is in, number 29, at one corner. And Alex Myers, 18, the junior, in at another corner. So, yes, we have subs. And the pass is caught with some blocking and a tackle after a 6-yard gain by Nolan Dooley on the reception by Magnum Rojas, number 8. So it's 3rd and 5. At safeties, we have 24, Olson. And 25, that's Peter Makemba. So all sorts of subs in here. And a quick pass caught for a first by Cassidy Maldonado. See 90 in, Cigar Lopez. 40 is in. That's Thompson. We mentioned him. Winter is in, 52. Battaglia is in, 15. So a rare venture into Jesuit territory by University. First and 10 to Jesuit 48. Low snap. Matthew getting pressure. He's hit hard. Pass is caught. Makemba on the tackle of number 3, Raymond Hunter. Ran a deep in pattern that time. And University down to the 23-yard line. First and 10. Matthew back to pass. Matthew steps up. Matthew is hit. I think Lucas Uzinski on that tackle, I believe, 42. And no gain, second down. And if 42 is Quentin Gleason, my apologies. I'm just thinking it's Lucas Uzinski. Maybe wrong. Quick handoff. And .40 in on the tackle. That's Judson Thomas. So Smith comes in. Fulks comes in. Jack Cathy comes in. So fresh lineman. Third and 5. Another handoff. And initial contact that time was 42. So Gleason / Suzinski, whoever it is, on the tackle. Yeah, maybe Gleason's a junior, Suzinski's a sophomore, so we'll just given that we're going to go into the assumption that it's Gleason. So we'll consider it Gleason from here on in. Fourth down. And we've almost played half the third. Wow. Matthew back to pass. Matthew steps up. Matthew in the end zone. Man open. Score. Touchdown University. So the Titans get on the board. It is Magnum Rojas on that catch. Just kind of dragged across the back of the end zone. Got position on the Tiger safety, and he scored. Good job by Matthew stepping up in the pocket that time. And the extra point is good. So Brittany Cam with the extra point, and I think we're going to have the water break, the very quick water break here. 5:41 left in the third. So going back deep for Jesuit, I see Carlo Thompson. So 5:37, clock running. And it is Quentin Gleason. I have authority on that. So Gleason. Squib kick is fielded by Judson Thomas. So Quentin Gleason is the 42. Thank you to my very reliable source on that. So Will Griffin still in the game? Tiger starter still in the game. One back to either side of Will. Davis flares out. Griffin passes back to Carlo Thompson as a lineman in front of him. Carlo down the left side, 50, still going, 30, 20, 10, 5, score! Down the sideline. And is there a flag? My goodness. He had Luka Norton out in front of him, holding Jesuit. It was downfield, apparently. Maybe they got one of the linemen. That looked like a good block. So the marker from the spot, it's going to be a first down still. So statistically, Carlo Thompson's going to get yardage to the infraction. But it's 1st and 10 Jesuit at the University 49. Will looked right, faked right, threw it back left. Griffin, play fake, rolls right, pass is caught. Smith. He's going to have a first down. Eric Smith out of the backfield. And Will Griffin comes out. Aiden Alexander comes in. As does Bam Pierce at running back. So the freshman Aiden Alexander in at quarterback. First and 10 Tigers, 2:20 left in the third. It's going by quick. Bam gets it. Bam up the middle. Oh, Bam, Bam. To the 24. He's got a first. Tigers brought in Hudson Lancaster there as an extra blocker. First and 10 Jesuit. 1:40 left in the third. Timeout, Tigers. So, thinking maybe the Tigers want to get some different personnel in there, possibly. So I see 19 out there, Jack Sansone. Caleb Smith is out there, 13. Telegdy's out there, 6. Fogarty's out there. Same 5 linemen. Jesuit offensive line has been dominant tonight. Alexander shotgun. Bam Pierce. Bam's got a hole. Bam with a stiff arm. Bam 10. Bam 5. Bam corner. Bam score. No flags that time. Going to the Anthony Rametta side of the line. The Rametta Thurber side of the line. Couple of big runs for Bam Pierce, the freshman. And 1 minute left in the third. And here's Wallner. And the kick is good. Is there a flag? Let's see. Dead ball. It's on the defense. So that's a dead ball foul. They have to kick it again. And the snap by Nako, right on target as always. Xavier Nako's going to be long snapping for someone in college next year. I mean, he is a good long snapper. Jesuits had a number of good long snappers over the years. Probably most notably Garrison Sanborn. Played in the NFL. Played for the Bucks briefly. I think he played for Buffalo mostly. He was a wrestler as well, state placer. And the third has ended. Time flies when you're having fun. 56-0 Jesuit. And that went fast, and the fourth's going to go fast. Excuse me, 56-7. Excuse me, 56-7. University scored earlier. Correct that. No, we never looked at any of the other local scores, so we'll do that in the midst of all this excitement. So Berkeley Prep leading at Bloomingdale 28-15. That's in the fourth. IMG and Venice. That's a tough game right there. IMG, nationally ranked, leading Venice 13-0 in the third. Alonzo 24, Steinbrenner 3 in the third. Boy, Clearwater Central Catholic getting it handed to them at home, 42-14. Cardinal Mooney winning. Wow. I think CCC was unbeaten, if I'm not mistaken, going into that game. Still in the third. Lakeland 21, Sumner 3 in the third. Sumner hanging around. Lake Wales and Clearwater tied at 27 in the fourth. And a tackle behind the line that time by Eric Smith. Miami Killian 18, Tampa Catholic 9 at half. That's at TC. Blake 50, King 0. Boy, poor King. That's at half. So those are your scores of consequence. Loss of 2 on that play. Oh, it's a pick. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Number 40, Judson Thomas. So Jesuit in business here. The 19-yard line. So Hudson Lancaster's in the game at an offensive line position now. He's at left tackle. He's replacing Remetta. I think got a couple of subs in the line here. Aiden Alexander. Pass is caught out in the flat. Loss on the play. It was caught by 81 Will Weaver. He lost 2 yards. So all sorts of new bodies out there right now. Trent DeSales is in at running back, 34, along with Bam Pierce. Bogle is still in. I see 55 still in. That's Thurber. I think we have a new right tackle. I got to get the number. Alexander under center. Gives it to Bam Pierce, who has nice yardage. Quick handoff to Pierce. Wyatt Allender is in number 50. And Allender and Lancaster probably will be starting for just about any team in the area. And they are backups 1A and 1B for Jesuit. So here comes 77 back in, Remetta. So they may be having an extra lineman here. So DeSales comes out. So they're lining up Thurber as a fullback. 8 minutes left in the fourth. Flag. Might have been too much time. Yep. Delay game on Jesuit. So the Tigers are going to face a 3rd and 12. And they do have Jack Sansone wide left. And an extra lineman in. Oh, they give it to the big man. They give it to Thurber. So they gave it to Thurber at fullback. He gets a couple of yards. It's 4th and 9. That was interesting. Austin Hubbard is in at one receiver position. So 4th and 9. Tigers going for it under 7 minutes. Why not? Alexander flubs the snap. Rolls right. Keeps it himself. Oh, and he is popped hard shy of the first. So University takes over. So the snap wasn't good, and Alexander took it himself, and he got welcome to high school football. He got popped hard. I think the coaches are telling him, slide. Not sure why the clock has stopped here. Unless they stop it on possession changes now, which they did not used to do. But 6:32 left in the fourth, 56-7. And now the ref says run it. So maybe they stop it when there's a possession change. So I see McMullen in on defense. We'll try to name some of these defenders. Got some new guys out there. And he run. Oh, it's a fumble. And Jesuit recovers. That was Peter McKemba recovering the fumble. Nope. Or are they saying he was down? Well, they're saying the runner was down. That's interesting. Not a fumble. So Brady Fogarty's in at a safety position actually now. 31 is in. It's Evan McMullen at defensive back. And looking deep down the field and overthrowing everyone. So 96 is in. So that's Johnny Black according to my roster. So Jackson Holman, who is a quarterback by trade, is in on defense. See who else we see out here. Oh, lob pass is incomplete. So it's going to be fourth down. And that pass was defended by Nolan Dooley. We may have another different quarterback. Can't tell the number. It's 9. So that's Alex Walton, the sophomore's in at quarterback. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left in the fourth. And we have a punt. And back deep for Jesuit. It's Brady Fogarty back deep. And we have a probable delay of game. We do. So Elijah Givens is dropping back also. He had an interception in the JV game the other day. Good snap. Spiraling kick. Then Fogarty feels it. Fogarty 30. Fogarty 25. You know, this may be a face mask on University. Let's see. And if it is, they're going to tack it on to the end of the run. Nice return. Yep, face mask. So this is a face mask of the minor variety, apparently. And they will tack this on. And Ethan Brooks is in the game at running back. Clock running, 2:13 left. Alexander shotgun. Alexander. It's caught. And it is down to the 2-yard line. That's number 27, Sam Telegdi, on a short crossing pattern. So Sam Telegdi on the catch. One of the two Telegdi brothers. So Sam with the catch. I think that's his first ever catch. Oh, and they're marking it back. Flag way back. And this is a big penalty, too. So that must have been a hold. I didn't see the ref's call, but Disregard the catch by Telegdi. 1st and 20. Approaching the 1-minute mark in this game. Alexander back to pass. Alexander lobs it downfield. Incomplete. Pass was intended for Jack Sansone. Maybe we'll get another play in here. Maybe two. 45 seconds left. .25 seconds, and this is Alexander running. Slide, Aiden, slide, Aiden, slide. And a little contact out of bounds there, a little talking going on. And there's not going to be time for another play here. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, that's it. So that's the end of the game. Boy, that went by quick in the second half. Jesuit wins 56-7 as we anticipated. So thanks to all who tuned in tonight. We appreciate it. And we will be back next week, home against Middleton. It's a district game. So Jesuit dominates tonight, really in all phases, kind of what was expected. Tigers look like they avoided injuries, and that was the main thing. 56-7. Thanks to all who tuned in tonight. We appreciate it. Thanks for your support. Back next week. I am John Pedrero from the class of 1981, and you have been watching Jesuit Tiger Football, the Jesuit Tiger Sports Network. Have a great evening, everyone.